request. So that's why we can. Sorry, darling.
Yeah.
So many people are sending video requests, so it was, Well,
it's okay.
Okay. So all the while that you were sick, you said he only came once and then he didn't come again.
Yeah, he did not. He didn't even ask. He never said that. I think what he told me was that after a while he was to go and die. I don't know.
Sorry, can you come back? I didn't get that. What did you say?
Sorry, what was the question? Can you ask me?
I said, did he check on you at all when you were sick?
Oh no. Oh, he doesn't do that. I don't think he's allowed to do that.
You mentioned something now. You said was to go and die. I didn't get that.
Oh, that's what he told me. He never asked of me. Even throughout this period, even the other, during my during this whole issue.
Okay.
You think somebody will get in touch to say, okay, how do we? When the story came initially, I quickly, sent to him. What do I say? Said I should go and die.
That's what he said.
I was still trying to protect him even then, because when this lover sent me the DM, I sent it to him. You understand? So he said I should go and die. So I replied to this lover because there was no point.
When you were sick, did AGN come to visit you at all? Anybody from AGN would have?
No, not the first time, not this second time. No.
They didn't come at all?
AGN. Yeah, I can't be waiting for AGN. AGN don't really do that.
You saw the list that Gislova posted. There was a long list of people. Okay, so that list that you saw, do you think that there were some people that were missing from the list, or there were some people that were not supposed to be there or something?
Well, I wouldn't know except the ones he told me about.
Okay.
He name drops. If there is one thing he knows how to do, is name dropping. So when he drops that name, you're going to, bring a gossip that would come back to the person who he really wants to ask about.
Okay.
But no. What was that? There was no.
There was no name on the list that you felt,
Okay, no. No, there was one there that I saw. He told me she was his cousin. One thing you need to understand is, I think Nollywood people think I'm the one who brought out the story. They don't know. Yeah, that's what they think. You understand? They don't know that the names were sent to me. You understand? And I just speak to my own name because I know it's true and not lies. I am going through something, and I've not arrived, at a very. I don't know what's going on with my life. Before I die, I need to say it. You understand? If the person involved is, nonchalant about my health. So that was why I replied. The rest of the people there, I don't know what he does with his pants, So I don't know how many people he has slept with. That's his PRs. That work is for his PRs, for them to go and debunk and do what they want to do. But
you said
small compared to what he told me himself, and that he has repented. So seeing my name there, while you have destroyed these people to me, and made me not have friends in Nollywood because of all the things you told me. It was shocking for me to see my name and so many people, because I thought I was the only one. At least, there was one person who he told me was his cousin.
And who was this person?
It's not the cousin. You understand?
Okay.
No, it's not. I don't want to.
It does mention. Okay, yes, don't let.
Yeah,
but I wanted to ask you
my own, and ran with it. Because at the end of the day, the person you have business with is the person who is talking about you.
Exactly.
How would they know? How will I know the people he has slept with? Except if I'm there.
Exactly.
Or I brought the person myself. That's the
okay.
only.
So you didn't introduce any of your friends to him?
No, not in Nollywood. But
okay.
Yes,
you introduced your friends outside Nollywood to him?
Yes.
We also heard about the two-son thing that he used to have.
No.
You never. No, you didn't hear about the mother and daughter stuff.
Mother and daughter?
Yes.
Who?
Did you hear of any?
No.
Did you hear of any?
No.
So, okay. So, but when the thing came out, there were other stories that also came out. So I want to try and cast your mind back. Do you remember the lady from Ghana? The Ghanaian lady. There was a lady from Ghana that became mentally unstable. Did he ever mention her?
Who, him?
Yes.
He never mentions all these things. These things are government that are following him. That's all till date if you ask him. In fact, if you ask him, he might probably say AP or one of these people or P, whatever. They are the people who sent me too. But it's just that he can't say that. But usually that's what he says.
So, okay, I want to ask you a question now because I obviously know you've been through a lot. I don't know how much pain you have been through, but I want to ask you a question. And like you said, you'll be as truthful as you can. How do you feel now? How have you been coping? How have you been faring? How have you been feeding?
That's good. Thank you so much. My family, number one, backbone, my family, now I know because, I thought I had friends. Even if you hear that, there is this thing that is out, you should not automatically feel I'm the one who gave up the day. Because if I am, you should be able to call me that, babe, what is this? Yes. I have only 3 people in Nollywood who called me for the 1 year that this issue has been on ground.
Wow.
1 year. There are just about 4 people that called me out of probably 1 million people that I know in Hollywood. So none of them, I was not.
How about Sean George? Do you have any relationship with Sean George?
Is that your phone?
Yes. No, not my phone, sorry.
Oba, please, can you shift the phone? Oba?
My phone is vibrating, but it's not for me.
Okay. I don't know. Can you?
Don't worry, we are with you. I can hear you. Yes. Sorry, just calm down. Calm down. Just calm down. Don't worry. Just calm down. Take your time. Take a deep breath.
No, I'm fine. He doesn't deserve my tears, so I'm not going to give it to him.
Okay. So you were going to tell me about how you were faring, and then I asked about Sean George. So which one do you want to take first?
I'm faring. God has been faithful.
Have you stopped bleeding? Have you stopped bleeding?
Yes.
Good. Thank God.
Yes. Oh God Almighty. That's a relief from me. That's a relief, and I'm so grateful. Though I went through hell and all that, but it is good that I went through it because I wouldn't have had, a story to tell and to see the people who actually like me. So I'm going to say my family is, they are my rock. When I was unconscious, they were the one there to battle me, because they are the one who, know the story. They know what I'm going through, and then when I go out and act like nothing is wrong, it's like, it's crazy for somebody to do that.
Can I ask?
But
yeah.
Go ahead.
You said you were unconscious. Were you in coma?
Yes, I was in coma for like 3 weeks.
Wow.
Twice. Yeah, because I didn't know, if it was. I just didn't know. The blood was just going, and I didn't know where it was going to. So, you understand, when I went to, until I got to the spiritual home, that's when I knew what was going on with me. I never accused anybody of anything. But then when something happened and you understand, you are avoiding that issue, or you're trying to show me power, and you know what I'm talking about, and you're dodging or you're trying not to be accountable, is what I won't be. Nobody will make me look like a liar. So that's why I just allow people to know about what's going on about my life. If not, I would have coded everything, and nobody would have known anything.
Okay, so some people are sending in questions.
Unnecessarily, busybody. A mature woman that had no, I don't know if she doesn't think. I was on my own when she was insisting that I should come to Calabar and please be a guest for her governor coronation or something. So, and she knew I was not feeling fine, and she forced me to go on that trip. You know, when we're going, brought Suleman Johnson's issue, and she just started talking about him. You understand? There was no connection between her and Johnson. She just brought the name up, which means there was a reason for her bringing it up. I have never sat with you, John George, to talk about anything personal. You know, it was just a new friendship. You get. So I didn't know why she, you know, squeezed herself inside somehow. And she was asking me personal questions, which eventually I still told Johnson. I sent him a message. I said, Shanjot is saying this about you. And he told me she's a gossiper. That anything she says, I should not believe her. That she's just lying. You understand? So, and then she came back to come and write that nonsense she was writing after telling me that, and after him telling me she's a liar and a gossip. And at that time, he wasn't even seeing me, but, you know, he was replying, you know, trying not to be accountable. So Shanjot just inserted herself in a place where she was not needed. That's why I had to come for her. Because, you know, she liked carrying, or she liked gossiping a lot. She said too many things to me that I couldn't take that one.
Okay. So that means while you were going through the hell you were going through and trying to just, you know, put up a strong front, she came and pretended to be like a friend.
A friend.
And then invited you for this event, which you said, I mean, you were not strong enough, but you still tried your best to attend.
It was myself, Chacha Eke. Chacha Eke was there. Myself and Chacha Eke.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. Because I can see she's going through her own too. So what is it? That's why I have to drag Shanjot. I've not dragged Shanjot yet.
Okay, do you think was Chacha among the names that Apostle mentioned?
I don't know, but I'm just telling you who was there.
Okay, at that time.
I'm saying my story, and anybody's name can fly.
Okay. So I also you were when you were talking about when you were unconscious, you mentioned that you only saw maybe just 3 people from.
No. Actually, Yabojo came here the first time. It was still Yabojo's story that Shanjot was talking about, and Johnson told me Yabo was his cousin, so I know Yabojo as his cousin. So if you can tell me Yabojo is his cousin, you can see everything was a mirage. It was what do you call it? I don't know. It's like a pathological liar. How can she be your sister? Now suddenly, then I'm like, oh my God, how can your cousin be among these people? Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you, this is this, and anybody's name can enter, because this is a true life story. There is nothing, to be proud about. I just want people to learn. You understand that there are a lot of people out there who don't like you, and there are a lot of men who are out there to deceive women, and for us not to be greedy too. At that time, I was praying to God to, send somebody to me. I won't lie to you. So when he came, I thought, oh God, you're nice. I didn't know, I actually, that was a rock.
So that means from what you're saying, apart from the first 500K, he probably sent you more money over time, according to what you're saying.
Of course, now we were dating. We started dating.
Okay.
Yes, so he was dated for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So somebody said, okay, I think it was this number I said.
I'm not reading the.
Me too. I can't read it. That's why, because of the light. But I'm using this. So I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
That time, after the period that he didn't call you, I want you to think back from that period till now, especially when news was flying around. Did he send you death threats? Did he send you voice notes? Did he threaten you in any way?
Yeah, the threat is for me to go and die now. You understand? Because he didn't think I'll come and agree that yes, we dated, or yes, I was sick, or I had a spiritual attack, or something. I don't think anybody, including my own family, didn't know that I was going to come out and say it.
Okay.
I agreed to it. Do you understand? Because the idea is to protect this person. When I found out, I was buying him caps. I was buying it. Wow. I was getting him things to wear just for him to disguise himself. Almost all the cap he's wearing, I bought all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like I was trying to cover for him.
Come out for him.
Look at him denying everything and lying to my face, and then doing what he did and left me in pain. That would not have taken anything from him to just either send somebody or check ask somebody to say, oh, this person is sick. He even told me while this thing was going on was that somebody said they should help me. He did not answer the person because he knows that I'm not a good person. Can you imagine? Help me. Somebody you dated for 6 years. Help. It has become help. And then I cannot die. So there is nothing for me to hide about this, Yeah.
So did he at any point in time sue you for anything you posted or for anything you said? Did he sue you or did he threaten to sue you?
He did all that. I mean, we'll go and talk about our sex life there. I'm ready to go to court if he's ready.
Has he charged you to court already?
No, he did not. He just sent me a cease and desist letter. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of fighting. We can roll in the mud, no problem. If it didn't happen, that's when we would need to explain further.
Yes, but it happened.
It happened, and there are so many things to back them up about what I'm saying.
Okay, so now, what do you think? Do you think from what he's doing, has he obviously after during the time that you were sick, he purposely stayed away? So
yes, I think no. But the funny thing is that initially he was still coming. He was sleeping with me even while I was bleeding. That's the dangerous part of it. And he was telling me he can't sleep with any other person. That's why. And that because it's me, he's okay with it. The whole thing caught me unaware, and I was naive. I did not really, and I wasn't a spiritual person. I didn't know if it was love. I didn't know what it was. But because he told me, I'm the only person and he can't do anything like this with another person while I was bleeding.
And this was how far after it started? Was it a month after, 2 months after, or when you just, when you just started?
At that time, even at that time, when I'm on my regular period, he does that.
Wow.
You understand? So there is nothing up for him.
When you made a statement, you said anytime you were with him, anytime you people had intercourse, you bled. Yes. Every time you are. Didn't that raise any red flag? Did you ask him any questions?
What did you say? That's when we started going out. I was dreaming of him sleeping with me.
Oh my.
So sometimes I don't know, I noticed a shadow. It would be like, I just saw someone. Even in Asaba when I went to shoot, Mr. Tichi can hear me with that. I couldn't act. I couldn't read my lines. My director said I'm not giving him what he wants. And then they had to call him as the next person on my phone because I was almost running mad. Something was going on and my head was really banging like I was going to run mad. So they had to call him. They gave him 50 missed calls. He didn't pick with my phone. My mother had to give him 15 missed calls before he called. Then he now called the location. They now asked him to talk to me so that I can act because I came to act in Asaba. When I got there, something entered me. Since then till today, I don't want to visit there because I don't know if I just don't know. I called him and he just said maybe I need rest. Sorry cannot come out of his mouth, or what happened, or he's always not knowing and all that. So my mother had to ask me to come to the village. I went to the village, started going about acting, and all that. And he kept telling me that he was coming. That's the funny part of it. You get. So we kept waiting, and then I started taking English medicine to stop it. Because if I sit down, there is no way I will not flood that place with blood.
Oh my, it was that bad. It was that bad.
I couldn't sit. If you go back to all the pictures I snapped on the red carpet, you see me with bloated tummy, with skin cut. Those periods were the period I was going through hell. I was going through it.
Did his wife know about you?
I don't know.
So she never made contact.
From what I've seen and what I'm still saying, he was living many lives because it's not double life again. It's many lives because I'm not the only one apparently. Some are dead for real. The people I know, some are dead.
I don't understand. Please come again.
Like
you
the
know,
people I know that knows
that he dated.
That yes, that was bleeding too. She died. The other one had the spinal cord. She had an accident. She was bleeding too. You know, they all came to me. The other one is a musician. She's late now. I want to face him in court if we are going to go so that, you know, we can have a really nice, what do you call it? Trial.
You have time to defend yourself. This musician came to you and, you know, spoke to you about him.
He told me already that he told her we are dating, so she's going to come and act like my friend, which is the same thing Iyabo did. So, you know, my dear, this thing is deep.
Wow. So the other person is now on the wheelchair.
Yes. I have their interviews.
You have their interviews. Good. So I was going to ask something before you. So while you were at the location, please make me understand. You were constantly bleeding.
Yes.
Continuously.
And I couldn't read my script.
That must have been because you lost too much blood.
Yes. So I couldn't say anything, and you know, it was just shameful. Something that you've been doing for years. Somebody will just come and destroy your life. And you're not the one calling him up and down. Somebody that, you know, shed tears to be with me. Something happened.
This is
that the ring you gave to me, the wristwatch, the promise, as in, what was all that about?
He gave you a ring, so you guys were engaged or something?
He gave me a ring.
He proposed?
Yes, and even a promised wristwatch. I have everything here.
So now I want to ask you. Now we have a period of when he didn't come. Now we have a period after the list came out. So now I want to pick from that time now. From that time up till now, apart from the time that he said go and die, did he make physical contact with you? Did he try?
No. He sent somebody to threaten me and tell me if I do not debunk this, he will not talk to me again.
Okay.
And I sent him a message directly that, what do you mean you won't talk to me? Were you talking to me before? Because I've not heard from him since 2019.
Okay.
And suddenly, you understand, if you don't talk to me for that long, is it now? I didn't even care about all those things till one of the bloggers actually wanted to use me. She said, oh, this person was your ex, Abi, or you guys are still dating, I don't know, sir. She wanted to use her brain on me. So,
okay.
When she came, I'm like, why? She said, because I just commented on Iyabo-Ojo's page, and Iyabo has been the one saying so and so to Johnson about me. The lady said. So I'm not saying why would you say anything like that before, because she has been to my house, even though I knew there was small, even if you said she's his cousin, I'm not stupid, then she was coming close to me. You understand? I can't believe, you know, Iyabo is his so-called sister. She came to my house separately. Then I gave her a role in my movie. She gave me a role, which I thought was a sisterly thing to do.
Was that period, the time that Iyabo came to see you in your house, was that the period where you were at home bleeding? When you said, okay.
Yes. I actually cried to Iyabo that my boyfriend did this, and she was actually consoling me. Then I was emotional. Iyabo was consoling me, you know, and then she went to tell him, and he sent me a message that I'm going to tell every Nollywood story person about us. I'm like, can you imagine somebody I'm hiding? I've never agreed to have dated you. So the lady asked me to go and delete that comment from Iyabo's page, which I did. She now told me everything Iyabo said. I'm shocked when she wrote that thing she wrote. I'm like,
which,
she just said herself.
Okay, so sorry, which statement was this? Because you know, initially you said you just wanted to say your own part, you didn't want to bring other people. But now that you mentioned the statement, which was the statement they asked you to, you put up a statement, what statement was it that you were asked to delete?
I didn't delete it. No, I just said beautiful.
That's all.
Beautiful, that's all. I am always, saying beautiful on her post. There was no maliciousness or anything.
So he asked you to delete that post?
No, a lady, I don't actually want to call her name. She did
okay.
She did a write-up on this issue. You know,
okay.
She came into my life with her own malicious intent, because she's been doing that anyway. So she now said I should go and delete it. Now that I don't know my enemies, I don't know my friends. So I went back after hearing what she said, then I deleted it. So I unfollowed the album. I unfollowed her. So when I unfollowed her, I said, wow, I can't believe. And I said, thank you so much. You know, I can't believe you told me this and all that. I was, saying, oh. She now said, but now she want me to do her a favor back. I said, no, she want me to send Johnson a message saying that she wants to write about both of us, so that she can come in and bring us together and all that.
So is this person a blogger, or is she in your industry?
Yes, Stella Dimoko. She inserted herself. I wasn't going to call her, but she brought herself inside. So, I called him when my dad had a stroke 2 years ago. So that's the time where I was chatting with Stella. And then I think I went to Ghana to receive an award. And she said, why didn't I tell her, why don't I give her my gist? I said, because I know her, I'm not somebody to sway anymore like that. I wasn't interested in anything she wants to write about my career. And then she kept saying she didn't know I was ill, but made 30 posts about it. It's not necessary. So he now said, I should send the story, let him see. And I sent him the story. When I sent him the story, she said, oh my God, that's not what she said I should send him. I didn't know I sent her chat instead of the blog post. So,
so that means when you sent it to Apostle, Apostle Suleman told Stella. Stella now
Johnson. His name is Johnson.
Oh, why? Oh, Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know him as Apostle, so don't call him Apostle, please.
Okay, sorry about that. So when you sent it to Johnson, Johnson contacted Stella that see what she sent to me. And then Stella now said...
He now said I should ignore. He didn't answer any of these messages, all these says. Then he said ignore. When he said ignore, and now because then I already told him that my mother was ill. And then he was there insulting me, and actress called me that, do I know Suleman? He's here insulting my parents and all that. After telling him,
where was he doing that?
I need money. So he now thought he was talking about me, and the guy's name is Choma Okoye. The Choma Okoye now told me that, Sule is talking about me and insulting my parents. So I now sent him a message that because I asked you for money, you said if there is anything they need to buy, we should let you know. If anybody gives me money, it's a problem.
Wow. So it doesn't allow you to collect money from other people?
Nobody. So that's the only person I know. I don't do runs. Everybody knows that. So I don't understand. Stella was now saying he doesn't owe me. If I don't go and delete this thing, he doesn't owe me anything. My dear, I was pregnant 3 times. Do you know that? What's your business? You saying he doesn't owe me. How do you know that?
Okay, so that means while you were talking to him about that means he was in contact with Stella, because Stella couldn't have known.
She now told me she thought I had a baby because I had to lie that I had a baby. So she now said she wants to come back and take care of my baby. How can you come back and take care of my baby? If I had a baby, is that how Stella is going to give my child away like that?
Wow.
She told me that's an innocent child. If there was a baby, is that how Stella would take that baby and give it to Johnson?
So this means that all the while she was in contact with you, somehow she was
with her.
Which is where I'm going, because all the while she was in contact with you, trying to get your stuff. That means she was in contact with him as well.
Yes, she was sending people to my DM so that I can tell them what the problem is. You understand? That's why she went and did that PSA immediately, because apparently they were fighting. She was the one who collected that money. What's Stella's business with collecting 2.5? Stella was the one who collected it just to send it to me, because I heard she insulted my mother. That's how she came about in this story.
Sorry, I don't get. Suleman preferred to give the money to Stella to give you than to give it to you directly.
No, she said since I know now and this is bringing another problem, he should send. You understand? Because that's when he said he didn't want to help me until Stella said, I'm like, Stella telling you to help me. How is that possible? Wow. You're not even angry that I heard it from another actress. He was telling Stella to tell me that he was not dating the girl. Though. He's not dating her. What's my business? If he's not dating her, is that what you're saying?
He's telling me that he's not dating Chioma.
Yes, that's his own problem.
So he was trying to mend that thing so that maybe you people could still get back together. But he didn't tell you. He said he wasn't going. He said he wouldn't have sent the money if not for Stella.
Yes, no. He said that while this argument because they started saying blackmail or something. That was the money I asked for. My dad. Yes, I lost 3 people in my house. She said it's a bogus story. I don't understand. Not like somebody's house. I don't know what's bogus about it. What is bogus about it? If I say I need 100 million, she'll be somebody I know. I don't understand where blackmail is from.
Now, did she give the money to you?
She did. She now said that. Since Stella is the woman that I'm supposed to text my history to, I didn't tell her anything. I didn't do anything.
And you didn't grant the interview?
No, I didn't grant any interview to anybody.
Okay, so
because she just wrote that thing and inserted her own. And it's a PR now. Stella is good at what she does, but lies too much. She doesn't know where to stop.
Okay, so I want to bring your attention to something. I think the battery, and maybe this level battery will soon go off. But if it goes off, I will come back live. You can join the live. Before that, in case it doesn't, okay, you said we should continue. So what I want to say now is that, say something. I want to say that from the whole scenario we just described, because could it even be that from he asked her, actually come and meet you to see if
possible. There's nothing he cannot do. They asked me to do which I said, and they offered money.
So what's the money?
No, it was another lady called Blessing Ebuson. I have it on my phone. I do it and debunk and all that. You shouldn't be the one telling me this thing. Suleman, Justin should be the one telling me. You understand? I don't understand all. I mean, they dying. You are telling me to debunk. Debunk what?
And now, the person that was claiming she needed someone, she needed about that person, all of a sudden now has connection with him, is now the one bringing.
I'm now the evil person again.
So that's why I want you to look at it from that angle, that from the get-go, it might be that to be sure that you don't talk. You understand? Really if I keep a secret with you, if I keep a secret with you and I don't want you to tell a third party, and I now see that maybe people are saying stuff, I can send a neutral person to go and see, maybe you will tell them the secrets. Are you with me? Because from the old issue, it seems as if that's what happened.
I didn't tell anything. I just said we are not in talking terms. She said she wants us to come. You understand?
I know
that. That I'm hungry. She didn't. I was ill, which I find very, because she posted 30 publication on that. You understand? So I don't understand what she wrote.
So she posted
that 0.
The publication, was it about your ailments or about your relationship?
No. About she wrote about us in 2009. That either she gave him the number right from day one, having her plan, or probably I don't know, because those things are a long time ago. I've known Stella a very long time ago. I've always the first time she wrote about it, I told Encomion, and they suspended her, and she told me to destroy me. So I don't know if this is the method she used, but that's the wrong method, because I don't know how to. When you ask me something and I need to say the truth, I will say the truth. You understand?
Okay.
I'm not that kind of person that you are going to silence in any way. There is no power that I'm scared of anymore.
When she came back to now ask you for this interview, this exclusive, you didn't see anything, a red flag, because obviously years ago she said she was going to destroy you.
She just said she wants to expose.
Okay, she wants to expose him.
Yes, that she knows some bad stuff about him. I'm like, what bad stuff? Everybody
and
knows bad stuff.
And at the end of the day, she was now the one that was speaking on his behalf.
Yes,
Are you saying the way it
because she knows I'm going to mention her name. And her name was never even in my mind to mention. But I told her not to put me in her blog. I'm in things and you want to use me to make money. And she kept saying because the money came from her. Can you imagine? Did I ask you to come in? You're not there. Even the someone told me that the phone was not with Suleman. That Suleman told her that the phone is with Ima Black. That's his name. His name is Ima. Because she told me Emmanuel. I kept saying, who is Emmanuel? She said Johnson is not with his phone. That she just heard him talking about it. That's why she called me to tell me. So it's a long issue. You can see that the relationship is actually it's not just a relationship. That's why so many people were in it and I did not know. I was the last person to know that people are aware that we were actually dating or have dated. So everybody actually, gathered to, shred me, because I'm going to say it's a setup that I fell into. Because when I was praying to God, I didn't pray for him to come into my life. That is not the man God promised me.
But you also, I like what you said at the very, very beginning. You said you just wanted to speak your truth. Also to let ladies out there know that it's just...
Even when they tell you that they're not married, you should do, your own investigation and background check to know really if what he's saying is true. And if you're okay with him being married, then, it's between both of you. If you're, from a polygamous family and you want to go into a polygamous home, that's your own business. But for me, I'm not cut out to go break anybody's home.